Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, hit that like button, share this with your friends and family on social media, and of course, subscribe. Today, coming off the huge ReliaQuest Bowl win for the Wolverines, we discuss what Jaden Davis's future will be at the University of Michigan, or even if it is at the University of Michigan, and what we would have liked to have seen, all that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, man. And I'm gonna tell him where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
Again, for recruiting the transfer portal, like, yo, bro, look what we got cooking over here.
I was watching the game thinking the same thing, but in a different way, because I was like, man, if we just gonna, I was thinking about, and you know, tell me, the chat, let me know what y'all think too. I was watching the second half of the game when we just kept running it. And I was like, man, if I'm Marsh on the sideline, right? These guys are on the sideline now. If I'm Bryce Underwood on the sideline, this isn't the most appealing thing. Also, in addition to it not being the most appealing, and this is what I wanted to get to, because I want to switch gears here. Everyone's happy that we won that game. Absolutely, 1000%. We should be happy. Shout out to Michael Wilson, who is a Buckeye, who is always in the comments, says Justice Haynes may be second guessing his decision.
Yeah.
Maybe. And real quick, because I forgot Dexter Green. Thank God for the way the season ended, because I'm a Chicago Sox, Bulls, Cubs, Bears, Hawks, Sky, Fire, all trash. Yeah, being a Chicago sports fan has not been great to you this year. But to go on with my point here, we got the win. That's most important, right? But this was a meaningless, at this point, bowl game, other than the fact that, you know, I think now we go ahead in the series with Alabama. I think we got one more win now.
4-3,
4-3, right? Beating them twice in the same year, all of those things, absolutely. But this being just this bowl game where we could have seen a lot of people get on the field, man. We should have seen Jaden Davis play some in this game, especially if all he was going to do is hand it off. Then why couldn't he do that? You know what I mean? Just get on the field. This is a guy who just doubled down on his commitment to the Wolverines, saying he's not afraid of competition and all of these things. And yet, you know, I just thought this was a great opportunity to get him out on the field. This guy, Alex Orji, is in the transfer portal right now. Like, he doesn't need to play. You know, I get that maybe Sharon Moore is doing him a favor, giving him an audition for whatever FCS level team is going to pick him up or whatever, right? But dog, he's very good at handing the ball off. Absolutely. If that's what you're looking for, go for it. No disrespect to Alex Orji, because he is a Michigan man. But Jaden Davis needs these reps, right, for the future. Like, next year something happens with Keene, or God forbid, something else happens. He may need to play some. Right? This was an opportunity for him to get in. This was an opportunity for those receivers to, get, something down the field just thrown their way. Forget them catching it, because, Lord forbid they catch a deep ball, but at least something that throws it. Let them stretch those hamstrings, warm those hamstrings up, fire those hamstrings up. These are the opportunities that I thought we would see in this game, because there is no consequence for losing it outside of losing it. Both teams are getting the same amount of money, I believe, for playing this game. Like, it's not like winning this game means much other than now being 3 games over 500. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I just would have liked to see a better rotation of guys, and not just at quarterback, even at running back. We didn't get to see Kyle Pana again. He just played those same 2 running backs. We didn't get to see I think there was a sighting for the receiver who came in with
Gooding.
Jordan Davis, right?
Gooding.
I forget his name.
Gooding.
Channing Good.
Good one.
Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, it's not like they threw him the damn ball, right? So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just thought this would have been a better audition to see what Michigan has.
Yo, listen, first of all, I need to throw you the apron because you was just cooking right there on what you were saying. I agree with everything you were saying, but I think the coaching staff, for some reason, again, right, and even the commentators mentioned it. They said, listen, Michigan said they was gonna be more open, and it's like, yo, what are y'all doing? And again, it was exactly the offense we seen all year, and it's like, yo, bro, what do we got to lose? Just throw it deep, throw it 40 yards. Whatever happens at this point. Like they played it too safe. By it, they still won. Now, I would say this. Now it's Marsh, because Marsh is looking at Underwood like, all right, I got him. Now, if Davis Warren was our quarterback, going to be our starter next season, yeah, things probably start looking hazy. Like, yo, did I make the right decision? I think we're going to be fine. Mikey Keene, we got a new offensive coordinator who's known to open it up. So I'm not really worried regarding that. But regardless, it's still a phenomenal point. We still should have been more aggressive. We still have seen Jaden Davis at least a series or two, right? If you're going to let him hand off the ball, right, then just put him in and let him throw it at least once. So, I mean, you're not wrong on absolutely nothing you said, but I think the coaching staff either doesn't feel he's not ready or they just didn't care. They wanted to really win this game. I mean, I'm not saying Alabama didn't, but because they played it too close. This game felt like it was a regular season conference game, and we should have saw a more aggressive Michigan. But I'm glad we don't get to see this offense no more moving forward. And next season, we should start to see more of the offense we saw the last 3 seasons.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is going to be a little bit lengthy here, but okay. First of all, the type of game that happened today dictated the type of game we played. If we had been down 2 scores, 3 scores going into the second half, I'm sure we would have seen Jaden Davis. I'm sure we would have seen taking shots down the field and let what happens happen. But we were up, and then our quarterback got injured. We had to play safe. We had to play conservative if we wanted to win. I would prefer what they did today over them just taking shots for the hell of it to see what Jaden Davis and the receivers can do, and we ended up throwing the game away when we could have won it. They did what we had to do to win because we had the lead. And the people in the chat, come on, man. Justice Haynes ain't regretting coming here. He can be a dynamic duo with Jordan Marshall. They can be the college version of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery at Michigan. There's not a running back in the country that hates having another guy next to him that can run the ball too. And these receivers, everyone's saying we're not going to get receivers. If you can't separate what you saw today and in the Ohio State game of the coaches saying this is what we got, let's game plan to maximize the talent that we have. And see, and then separate that from we got Chip Lindsey, we got Bryce Underwood, we got a bunch of good young players coming in, and the offense is going to change next year. Then just stop talking, man. You saying that the offense is going to be the same next year as it is this year, it's stupidity.
So here's the thing. If this was a regular season game that would have counted towards Michigan positioning themselves better to make the CFP or something like that, I'd be 1,000% in line with what you're saying. But because this is the very last game of the season, there is no game after this. This is it. This is the very last game of the season. It was against a quality enough opponent that, we definitely, if we had gotten behind a couple scores, I don't even think, we see Jaden Davis, especially then, because if they don't trust to put him in when we're up, I certainly don't.
I don't think that's what it was, though. I think we would have seen him in that scenario because at that point, what do we have to play for? We're not going to win the game, so let's get the young guys in and see what they can do. The fact that we had the lead was why we didn't see him, because they say, oh, we can win this.
Yeah.
The players wanted to win it. The coaches wanted to win it. Just because we don't care. But just because the game doesn't mean anything to us, the game means something to the players. The game meant something to the coaches, and they wanted to win it. So they did what they had to do to win it.
Yeah. No, listen, I get both here. You know, I'm defense, man. The Maniac, aka defense, y'all both make great points. Look, the bottom line is this, man. Next year is going to be telling. The season is over. We ended it on a good note, right? But we still going to talk football while we like and while we dislike. And we have that right. First of all, Justin Haynes seen this game. He's like, bro, I'm going to eat in Michigan. So why would he second guess that? He's like, I'm going to eat in Michigan.
Well,
Me and Jordan.
that dude is a Buckeye fan who said that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Michael Wilson is a Buckeye fan who
No, it wasn't just him. Kizzle and Sly were down there saying the receivers aren't coming.
Listen, Kinetic. I'm going to tell you something about Michigan fans, bro. I love my fan base. I don't think we is nowhere near as the Ohio State fan base, but a lot of us could be real downers. Look, guys, we got Underwood. Receivers are coming. It's going to happen. Now, we ain't going to get 5 stars like Ohio State and like these other schools, but we're going to get good guys. We won a natty with Cornelius Johnson and Roman Wilson. And not saying these guys was trash, but these guys were solid 4 stars. They weren't elite receivers, and we won the natty. So we're going to get receivers better than them. Right? On top of elite running back, make sure we get our line situated. I don't think we're very close, I think, to being an elite O-line unit. I think we might need a piece or two still, but we're getting there. So, look, I'll just say this because I know that I'm happy with the win, but I'm not jumping like, because I just knew this is more like a glorified scrimmage. I like what I saw from them players on the defense because defense – it starts there. You're not winning the natty without a defense. So these guys, I think Wesley's probably the only one that's not coming back from that defense. Everybody else is. Plus, we got, returning guys and freshmen. I think Boateng he's gonna get a lot of playing time at linebacker. Jimmy Roda, he plays solid today. With the exception of the roughing the passer by Jay Sean, which was borderline. He played a good game. Ernest Hausman played his butt off. And, the corners, man, they played Michigan's last 2 games played against the 2 best receivers, arguably in college football, and they both true freshmen. And they did a hell of a job on both of
them. Yeah, no doubt. Really, really quick, because I don't want to go crazy down this rabbit hole either.
Yeah.
JG King was good.
Hey, what's happening? Can y'all hear me?
We get it loud and clear.
All right, go blue. I just wanted to say that these recruits, most of them think one way. But the few that feel like they're great, they should look at it this way. Instead of how a team uses their players, they should look at it like, what can I add to the team? And I think that played a part in Bryce coming. I think that's going to play a part in the next great wide receiver we see up out there.
Every high school recruit wants to be the guy that fixes the problem, the guy that saves the team.
Yeah. It's a little different when we talking about Michigan, though, and the wide receivers specifically. I would look through history at the Braylon Edwards, at the Roundtrees, at even the Darbos, the Chessons. You know what I mean? And I would say, well, when they do have a guy, they use that guy. You know what I mean? Just like with Jim Harbaugh, when he had a guy, he used him. You know what I mean? Look at Tariq Black before the injuries. Look at Nico Collins. He used him. You know what I mean? And that, if I'm a wide receiver, that's what I would look at. And if I was, I believe that's what Bryce looked at when he chose Michigan, was what can I add to the team? I see that they're going to have a great defense. That's given. I see that they're going to have a great running game. That's a given. So that means that I have more opportunity to showcase my skills. If they had a quarterback, not even a top flight quarterback, but if they had any kind of a quarterback this year, they're 11-1. Their only loss probably to Texas because it was early in the year.
Yeah, no doubt. We definitely quarterback wasn't the strength of the team this season. We all get that, know that. And great call, JG. We appreciate you calling in. Definitely call in more. We're gonna drop you because we are backing up now with the callers, but we appreciate the call for sure. I do want to get back to this thing on who played and who didn't play. We'll get there in a minute. But first, my guy G is here. G, how you doing?
Man, I'm blue. I'm blue. I'm
What up, G?
beautiful. What's going on?
Beautiful.
So I was just, yes,
Good.
sir. So I was just coming to talk about what you just said. So I wanted to win just like every other fan. I think some of who didn't play kind of, and I can't speak for what players think or what, but as a fan, for me, I'm looking at what kind of decisions is that coaching staff making. Only because you have a guy, Alex Orgy, that I might have still got in for a play or two, but he's not part of our future because he's in the portal. You know what I mean? I wanted to see Jaden Davis come in when Davis Moore went down. I wanted to see a little Capana. Um, it kind of made me question Jerome Moore. You know, I'm still going blue, whatever, but it seemed to me like he's coaching more from not being confident. Because that last drive, we just ran 3 times into the nose tackle just to run some clock to kick and play defense. I wasn't happy. You know, I'm happy we won, but I'm just hoping he gets a little more confident and let the players play. You know, they might not be ultra 4 or 5 stars, but they D1 players. You know what I mean? They're D1 scholarship football players. Put them out there in the game and let them play.
I mean,
And
the thing with Orgy, I understand people are saying that he shouldn't have played. We should have seen Jaden Davis. When Davis Warren got injured and we had a shaky lead at best, the coaches had to decide, how do we get out of this game with a win? And they decided we needed to play keep away, ball time control or clock control, ball control, old school football. That's what they decided we needed to do. And they know Orgy's skill set to that end. Hold on. They know Orgy's skill set to that end. They don't know how Jaden Davis would have performed in the game when they needed a very specific set of skills. That's why they put Orgy in, because they knew his skill set and how to use it to that end.
1 second. Both of you pause for a second. Shout out to Towns Health Services for the $100 super chat. He says, play that Ric Flair cut. We got to do it. This is his second $100 chat. We appreciate you, sir.
Woo! I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Ric Flair always brings a smile to my face. All right, here's the thing. I would even
if
agree
you can't
with
trust me to hand off.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going here.
If
you don't, I played quarterback my whole life.
And you got Mikey G.
Cutting out a little bit, bro.
Yeah, you're cutting out, G. But this is a dude who played quarterback his whole life. He was a 5-star recruit at some point. And by the way, I think he ended as a 5-star recruit on Rivals, but that's neither here nor there. I'm positive he could take a handoff or be in shotgun, take the shotgun snap, and turn and hand it to Jordan Marshall.
Right, but in that moment, you go with the known commodity.
I let you speak. I didn't interrupt you. I'm positive he can take a snap from in shotgun or under center, turn and hand it to Ben Hall, because that's basically all that was happening. That said, everyone's assuming that if somebody like Jaden Davis gets in, if Capana gets in, if they throw the ball down the field, that we would have lost. That's an assumption. Yeah. Sure, the coaches decided to do one thing. They could have decided to do another thing, and that probably would have worked too. So as much as they turned around, and by the way, it wasn't super effective, fam. Outside of the drive where my guy sprung for like the 40-yard run, Jordan Marshall, wasn't like we were out there chunking them up once my guy went out the game, right? In fact, there were a bunch of 3-and-outs. In fact, there was a turnover. So we were still giving them back the ball. So whether or not we're giving them back the ball because I let you speak, dog, if it's because we're giving them back the ball because we're throwing it down the field and not getting completions, or because we're running it in 3-and-out that way, we're giving them back the football. But go ahead.
You put Orji in because he has a better ability to, if the pocket breaks down, you know what he can do as a runner. Jaden Davis is a better passer that we believe, but he is not as good of a runner as Alex Orji. And Alex Orji isn't a great runner, but he's got a better skill set for if the pocket breaks down to protect that ball and try to get a few yards on the ground if needed. So again, you go with what you know you have, not versus over what you believe you might have.
What pocket do you need to hand off? He handed the ball off 3 times in a row on the last drive. You don't need a pocket. But
you still have to be able to adjust as the quarterback. You still have to be able to adjust.
If I'm coming in and you just got Mikey Keene and you just got Bryce Underwood, what's my part on this team if I can't hand the ball off 3 times in a meaningless game?
It's not just about handing the ball off. It's about having been in there, played in game time situations, having the ability to adjust and to adapt and improvise. And they trusted Orji's ability to do that more than Jaden Davis because Orji was the known commodity. They believe Jaden Davis can do it, but they haven't seen him do it.
We have no confidence in Jaden Davis, so we just
that doesn't mean no confidence in Jaden Davis. It means they had more confidence in Orji because they've seen him do it.
All right.
He's doing interception.
Hold on, G. I want to address Don Juan here. Anybody who wanted Michigan to pass on the last drive, stop the clock is crazy. I would agree 1,000% with that, by the way. I'm not suggesting that anybody on that last drive go drop back and pass the ball. 1,000%. I don't even think G was implying that we should pass the ball. What he was implying, though, is maybe we shouldn't run it right at the person or the strength of this defense in the middle here where they've been stopping it. The other 2 plays that we ran it. Let's go off tackle. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. It's a wild, assumption, but maybe
run a little more
that would have worked. Maybe we could have done some RPO. I don't know. I mean, not RPO, but read option. So these are the things I'm talking about. Not pass the football in the last drive. Absolutely, 1,000% not what was implied there, but I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, we won the football game. That is the most important thing. 1,000%. Everybody wanted to win the football game. And now we're just nitpicking about how we won the football game. And I understand people's frustration with how, if we won, right? 1,000%. But we have these guys on the team. This isn't a walk-on who, by the way, has gotten apparently more leeway than a guy that was a 5-star recruit. The dude was recruited. In fact, Harbaugh leveraged damn near the recruiting class on this dude, not recruiting other quarterbacks and stuff like that to secure this guy. And now he's just a placeholder on the sideline. And I'm not even saying that isn't his future. I'm saying at least let it be known that this is his future because he can't play. Come out and say, yo, we don't believe in him, or which probably won't happen. But put him on the field, let everybody see that this dude is not the answer. And then, especially in a game like today, and as much as you guys want to say winning matters, it does matter, but this game didn't. Winning matters, yes. This game meant absolutely nothing. There's nothing anybody here in this chat or no amount of Kinetic, doing what Kinetic does that is going to make me believe that this game meant something other than a check for Michigan.
It was a lot of players on the field today that were graduating seniors. This was their last game in the Maize and Blue, suiting up alongside their brothers.
And a lot of those guys didn't play.
They wanted the win, and the coaches got us a win. They did what they needed to get us a win. And instead of enjoying the win, people are in here boo-hooing about how they got the win. And it's like y'all would have rather us put the young guys in.
You
If we
are a
lose, we
person who
lose.
believes that Michigan
If we
does
lose,
no
we
wrong.
lose. Enjoy the win. They wanted to win. They did what
But
they
you
needed to do.
said it like hold on. Hold on. You saying it like we have no faith that the other players could have helped us win. It's no guarantee that we would have lost because we let him hand off 3 times. You saying it like it's a definite loss if he go in and hand the ball off 3
I'm saying
times.
the coaches made that decision and we got the win. So let's not sit here and boo-hoo how the coaches got the win.
Yo, dog. Then what are we here for? Hold on. No. Hold on, G. This is this channel, by the way, that is built around Michigan football. If it was about the coaches won, that's great. Then there's no reason to have any dialogue, right? Am I right or wrong? What are we having discourse for?
We can have dialogue without being negative about the team after they got a win.
No. I listen. I guess everything stems, man. A lot of it, I think, stems from the regular season, man. We just been traumatized this year, right? With that offense, it's probably been the worst offense Michigan's had in I don't know how long. But what's crazy again, to win 8 games, to beat all your rivals, and to end it like this was crazy. The beauty about it, I agree. I would have liked to see Michigan be more aggressive. I said it in the chat. But the reason what I'm happy about is that we know next season is going to look nothing like this. So that's the beauty about it. Thank goodness for that. Now, the question becomes Jaden Davis. Like, how much confidence? I think even if you don't play him for a quarter, at least put him 2 series. Like, what's the worst that could have happened putting Jaden Davis in at least 2 series? I would have liked to see him. That's me. That's my opinion. I get the feeling they just don't have confidence in the kid. That's me. So what's going to happen going into spring camp, going into fall camp remains to be seen because it looked like it's going to be between Mikey Keene and Bryce Underwood. So where does Jaden Davis fall there? Does he end up transferring in the spring portal? That remains to be seen. But they should have played him more, is what we're saying. We're happy, Kinetic. We're happy we won. Trust me. But
would you have preferred if we played him more, but we lost, than winning like this?
No, it's not that.
Dog,
you make it. No, Kinetic.
These hypotheticals are the worst, fam. Everyone has said we appreciate the win. I started the show off jubilated because Michigan won the football game. Everybody in the chat that is a Michigan fan is happy Michigan won the football game. Let me be clear to the chat. Maize Madman, Phil, Peters, all my government from Dayton, Ohio, born and raised, loves the fact Michigan won the damn football game. Most important, yes. This particular game, this bowl game meant not a damn thing. Now who's boo-hooing? Everybody in here is boo-hooing about, this game meant something to the seniors and blah, 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 blah. Absolutely, fine. Win the game, great. What I am also saying is we need to see something else. If you believe that Michigan is going to win or would have won every game this season, 19-13, 13-10, with 73 yards from your quarterback, your starting quarterback, with 65 yards from your starting quarterback, with, at the end of the day, we have to help Wink Martindale. And that's what I am talking about. Wink Martindale is getting no help from the other side of the ball. All they are doing is saying, we are guaranteed you're going to get some run out there because we're going to put them back on the field. And that's what's happening. Now, if anybody in the chat, mistakes what I am saying for I am ungrateful that Michigan won the football game, then I don't know what to tell you. That is you making up your mind about what I am saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying. I love Michigan won the football game. I don't like the fact that they have a 5-star quarterback on the bench who's been on the bench all season. We have seen him one time. By the way, that one time we saw him, he handed the fucking ball off. If he could do it then, he could have done it today.
Facts. Yeah. So, all right. So let me ask you this, Phil. What do you think right now is the future for Jaden Davis moving forward at Michigan? Based on what we got coming in. Okay.
He's gone.
Okay.
Transfer portal.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think he's
Which
going to hold a
makes sense.
clipboard until the next portal opens up. He's not going to leave in this portal. He's going to hold a fucking clipboard. He's going to say all the right things.
Talk to me in
and
the
then he's outta
comment
here.
section. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with Kinetic? Do you agree with the Maize Madman? Are you on the fence like the Maniac? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Do you think Jaden Davis stays at Michigan? Do you think he moves on? Let's have the conversation. And be sure to be right back here in about an hour for the watch party of the Rose Bowl between the other state and Oregon. Plus, we will be live next Monday only for members with the Michigan Avengers. Be sure to check that out. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right,
Rapper.
now I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna calm down,
please
son.
calm
I
down,
just don't get that all that mace
Okay.
and that lock and all
All right.
that. I just don't get it, son,
Okay,
for real.
just calm
And how the